Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 23 of One of Us is Next by Karen and McManus. We are almost done with this book. When we get to chapter 24 we'll have 10 chapters left to read. So right now we're at 11. But we are going to make our way through the rest of this book together, and I hope that you guys are enjoying these, so let's get right into this. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off of the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 23. Maeve, Thursday, March 26th. This is pointless, Phoebe grumbles. I can't see anything. We were half an hour late to Calhoun Park thanks to the rush hour traffic, but as soon as we pulled into a metered spot in front of the fence, we spotted a lone figure sitting on the gazebo steps. It's directly within our line of sight, but too far away to see anything clearly, even with Knox's binoculars at full strength. Phoebe's been fiddling with them for almost 5 minutes, but she still can't make out who it is. I turn to face her in the back seat. Do you want to leave? She shakes her head vehemently. No way, we've come this far and he's right there. I just need to get a closer look. She peers through the window. Check out the climbing structure on the playground. There's a little house at the top. Would be perfect. If I go in there I could see a lot better. Louise frowns. We said you'd stay in the car. Look at the path to the playground though. It has those tall bushes. He'll never see me coming, Phoebe insists. Plus the play area is nice and crowded. I can get up there all stealthily. She pokes Knox in the arm. Can I have your sweatshirt? Okay. He removes it with a bemused expression and hands it over. Phoebe pulls the faded gray hoodie over her pink shirt and zips it up. This smells nice, she says. Did you just wash it? No, Knox looks guilty. Not for a while, actually. Sorry. Oh. Phoebe shrugs. Well, you smell nice then. She lifts the hood over her head and stuffs her bright curls beneath it. They're incognito, and I'm short so I can pass for a kid. Louis is still frowning. I'll go with you, he says, but Phoebe shakes her head. He's seen you before, and you stick out too much. I'll take Knox. Sure, why not? Knox mutters. I am utterly unobtrusive after all. I bite my lip and glance at the gazebo. The boy is pacing now, circling the small structure. I don't know, Phoebe. Whoever this guy is, he's starting to freak me out. Maybe we should just leave. Not without getting a look at him, she says doggedly. I need to see if it's Derek. She pops the door open and tugs at Knox's sleeve. Are you coming or what? Obviously I am. Knox sighs and turns to me. Text us if he makes a move, okay? He won't. He'll never see us coming, Phoebe says confidently. I think she's probably right, but my stomach still twists as she and Knox get out of the car. I lose sight of them almost immediately on the woodsy path that then catch a glimpse of them weaving through the playground. This is fucked up, Louise mutters. Louise mutters in the passenger seat beside me. Is this what it was like last year when you told Browen you were not following Simon's trail? Not really, I say. I only ever did online stuff. Browen staked out the guy once, but he was harmless. He ended up helping us out, actually. I jump at my phone, vibrating with a text, and look down at it. It's from Knox. We're here. They've made it. I report and text back. Is it Derek? She hasn't looked yet. A lens popped out of my binoculars, so we're putting it back in. They having technical difficulties with the binoculars, I tell Louise. He flashes a smile. Equipment failure always happens at the worst possible time. I nod and think about making a joke back, except I'm suddenly hyper aware of the fact that I'm alone with Lise for the first time since I yelled at him at Cooper's game. We've texted back and forth since then, and he accepted my apology, but I haven't said any of the things I really want to say, just like always. So I blurt out right as he says, listen. And then we both pause. You first, we say at the same time. Louise laughs a little, and I smile awkwardly. Then I gather up my courage and say, no, you know what? Me first, if that's okay, because if he says something I don't want to hear, then I won't tell him my thing. And even though my heart is practically pounding out of my chest at the thought of being fully honest with him, I still want him to know. His eyes lock on mine, his expression unreadable. Okay. Deep breath. I wanted to talk to you about what I said at Cooper's game. I trail off and swallow, trying to loosen my throat so I can get the rest of the words out, but I've already started wrong, because Louis shakes his head. I told you, forget about that. He brushes my arm with his hand, his fingers lightly tracing the edge of a fading bruise. I get it. You were in a bad place. It's not that. I mean, yes, I was, but that's not the only reason I was rude. His hand stills, but stays where it is. The heat from his skin radiating into mine is making it hard to think, but I don't want to pull away. I just need to get a couple more sentences out. I was jealous. I can't look at him right now, so I stare straight ahead at my car's control panel. I saw you with Monica, and I got jealous because it looked like you were on a date, and I wanted that to be me, because I like you, Louise. I have for a while. There, I said it. I inhale quickly, still not looking at him, and add in a rush. It's totally fine if you don't feel the same way, because we can still be friends and it won't be weird, and I won't be weird about it. Whoa, hold up, Louise interrupts. Can I answer before you answer for me? Oh, my face flames and I stare so hard at the dash that I'm surprised the numbers on my odometer don't move. Yes, of course, sorry. Louis' hands move down my arm until his fingers lace with mine as he tugs lightly on my hand. Look at me, okay? He says quietly. I turn my head and there's such a soft, open expression on his face that I feel a spark of hope. I like you too, Maeve, he says, his dark eyes steady on mine. I have for a while. My heart skips and soars. Oh, I say again, I've forgotten all other words. His lips quirk. So, should we do something about this, or would you rather keep torturing me from a distance? My smile back feels big enough to take over my entire face. We should, I manage. Do something. Good, Louise says. He touches my face and leans in close. My eyes flutter shut, and warmth floods my veins as I wait for his lips to meet mine until my lap buzzes loudly. We both settle and pull back. Damn it. All to hell, I mutter in frustration, snatching up my phone. I forgot we were on a stakeout. Louise laughs. Never a dull moment with you. What's up? I read Knox's text, blink a few times and read it again. Phoebe says it's not Derek. Really, Louise? Sounds surprised as I feel. Then who is it? She doesn't know. She's never seen him before. Louise frowns. That's weird. My phone buzzes with another text from Knox. He's leaving. Oh. I grab Louise's arm. The figure we'd been watching at the gazebo suddenly a lot closer. That's him. Intense guys cutting across the grass to the edge of the playground, but he doesn't spare a glance for the climbing structure where Phoebe is. He pushes past a group of kids and heads for the park exit. At the distance, there's no mistaking the same person who confronted Mr. Santos a few weeks ago back. There are 2 paths he could take out of the park, and he chooses the one leading almost straight to my car. Shit, he's coming right this way, I say, looking down to shield my face. The guy barely flicked his eyes over at me at Cafe Contigo, but better safe than sorry. Duck, Louise. Instead, Louise does exactly what he shouldn't do, which is lean forward for a better view. Stop, I hiss. Don't let him see you. He'll recognize you. So, Louise says. Honest to God, he might be the hottest guy I've ever seen, but he's useless in a stakeout situation. I try to push him back, but he's still craning his neck. An intense guy is right there, about to cross in front of the car, so I have no choice except to grab hold of Louise's face and kiss him. I mean, I probably have other choices, but this is the best one. I'm twisted awkwardly, held back by my seatbelt until Louise reaches around and unbuckles it. I break our kiss and slide out from behind the wheel. He pulls me closer, lifting me into his lap, and I return my hands to either side of his face. His arms feel warm and solid around me, holding me in place as we stare into each other's eyes for a beat. Beautiful, he breathes, and I melt. Then his lips crash into mine, and it's happening again. The heat, the dizziness, and the desperate need to be as close to him as possible. His thumbs sweep up over my cheeks, and fingers are twisted in my hair, and the kiss goes on until I've completely forgotten where we were at and supposed to be doing, right up until the loud rap on the window. Oh, God. It all comes rushing back as I look up, expecting to see intense guy glowering down at us. Instead, Phoebe cocks her head and waves, smiling brightly. Knox is still a few yards behind her, head down, as he stuffs his binoculars into their case. She turns and positions herself in front of the window, her back to us. I have no memory of this happening, but at some point, either Louise or I reclined the seat, so we were practically flat. So I reach across Louise's lap for the button and can't keep from laughing as the seat starts slowly rising while we're still tangled up together. This is the recline function, I say, smoothing my hair. Good to know. Louise kisses my neck, his palm warm against my waist. Thanks for the demonstration. No problem. I do this for everybody. It's important to know how a vehicle operates. Reluctantly, I slide off of Louise's lap and behind the wheel. Then I squeeze my hand for feeling giddy, and apparently I can do that now. To be continued. He smiles and squeezes back. Definitely. Well, Phoebe opens the rear door and crawls across the seat. The hood of Knox's sweatshirt is still up, the lace is pulled tight around her face. Knox follows and closes the door behind him. He seems preoccupied with the binoculars. I'm pretty sure Phoebe ran interference quickly enough that he didn't see anything with Louise and me. I've officially never seen that guy before in my life. I have absolutely no idea who he is. So now what? I ask. Should we? Shit, here he comes. Knox pulls Phoebe toward me, pressing her into his shoulders, and she lets out a strangled yelp. I duck down automatically in my seat, but Louise, of course, stays where he is. He really is terrible at this. Sorry, Knox says, in a calmer voice, as he releases Phoebe, but he just drove past us. Don't worry, he didn't look our way. Phoebe leans forward and peers between the front seats. The blue car, she asks. When Knox grunts in agreement, she taps my shoulder. Follow him. Let's see what this weirdo does when he isn't stalking girls he's never met. that is the end of chapter 23. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!